Hello everyone and welcome to another YachtWay Spotlight. Usually we take you on boats that are great for anchorage, but what about the boats that would be great for wakeboarders and for surfing and maybe even for water skiing? Now we might have just found the Rolls Royce of wake boats, this Nautique that is been building these wake boats for the last 100 years. So we waited for 100 years, making sure that we get on top of the absolute best wake boat that we could possibly find. And you know, they said that the crocodiles have been eating breakfast already, so there's a chance that I might jump in the water and test it out. Come with me and let's take a look. Now, this being an anniversary edition, there are so many cool little tricks that this boat has that not any other Nautique boat has. So starting from all the way from the back, now obviously you have a nice platform that you can jump off and start with the wake surfing. Now, talking about the wake surfing, we have actual real professionals who are with us today that are gonna show us how this boat is properly being used. Now, like I mentioned, you have nice swim ladder underneath over here, so getting back into the boat is very easy. Nice seating area, so anybody who wants to chair on to the professionals doing their thing, you know, they can sit over here, have nice cup holders which are integrated into the hull itself. And if you think that this seat is not good enough for you, what you can do is there's a latch underneath. You just pull that, this whole thing lifts up. It's a massive seating area. You can push this backrest higher, and look at that. Now you have an even greater area over here to enjoy and cheer on anybody who's behind you. What you also have is a little tray to keep your phone at. You can keep your cup resting, making sure you're perfectly settled over here for the whole day. Now, talking about whole day, you don't want to just make it comfortable for yourself. You also, as a professional who wants to do the surfing, you need a place to keep all your boards at. And they have thought about that as well. Look at that. We have already boards inside over here. This is like a file cabinet. Everything is nicely organized over here. You can easily fit 3 boards, no problem. A lot of nitty-gritty, all the ropes, etc. Everything, including your life jackets, can be stored away. And same thing on the other side now. So even more space for your items. So maybe over here you want to put your tubes or whatever else you might need necessary. You can store them away. Plus it has nice lining inside, same flooring like you have outside. So when you have anything inside, nothing rattles around or beats against the hull, making it annoying for anybody who's on the boat. Also, you can see at the top you have nice finishes with a nice Paragon engraved within the material as well. Very nice. You're starting to understand that this is really meant for both, for the people who are enjoying the ride itself and the people who are surfing behind the boat. Music is something that everybody would want to have on the boat. And this is not just the music for the people who are on the boat, but also for the surfer behind you. Now, what does that mean? Now, obviously everybody has these speakers in the back, but it also has subwoofers inside the hull itself, which means whenever the surfer is surfing the wake, the subwoofer is making the music come out from inside the waves themselves. So you feel it in your guts while you're surfing. How cool is that? This is something that I have never seen, and it's something that I cannot wait to try out in a short while. Now, as we walk, you have a nice walkway which you can use to walk back and forth. You have a top, and this top is unique because what you can do is, you can see it has these column. The whole column is actually that collapses, and it collapses for if you want to, for example, go through any low bridges. You're stuck. Or if you want to store the boat away, or let's say it starts raining suddenly, you pull this whole roof down, and now you have a nice place to run for a shade. And also, as I mentioned, You have these massive oversized speakers at the top with lights integrated, and same way, nicely leather finish everywhere, following the same pattern as you have on the seats, which we'll get to now, because I mean, there's so many different lounge areas on this boat and so many different ways to configure it that it's impossible not to find the perfect comfort zone. Now, talking about a perfect comfort zone, you can lounge either on your port side or starboard side now. You have these nice cup holders, so you have 4 on either side, and all of them have these RGB lights inside, so you can really set it to whatever tone you like. This is set to purple, YachtWay purple. Talking about YachtWay, actually, if you're looking to buy this boat or any other Nautique boat, then visit YachtWay, because it is the world's most modern yacht listing website. And you can find boats like these over there. What you can also do is you have phone chargers, and you have these wireless phone chargers actually all over the place, which is fantastic. A lot of boats do that, but what I have noticed that this boat does that others don't is once you put your phone here, I mean, it's great, they charge and it does its function, but oftentimes when you move around, this starts sliding around and it loses the connection for the charger. They have created this clamp, so now the phone stays in the same exact location, and you can make sure that it stays in the charging position even when you're going through some rougher weathers. As I mentioned, you can really configure this whichever way you like, including this bench. You can just grab it and move it to whichever location you want and adjust the backrest and create a whole new area just here. Now, what you can do is you can put these backrests down and create a bed for an even more comfort, and now just lounge towards the back. Now, before we carry on, I want to point out some of the very neat details that this boat has that no other Nautique boat has. As you can see, they branched out in 1925, this being a 2025 year model. You have 100 years. And inside the zeros, they have actually hidden a world map. How cool is that? Plus, these numbers actually lit up. So if you see, they're actually the same purple as we have around the cup holders. Really neat. Now, if you do want to grab a quick drink, you have a fridge integrated into the floor itself. And voila, you have a place to keep all your drinks cool. And obviously you can fill it up with ice, making sure that all your drinks stay as cool as possible, and close it up. And here is where you have access to your bilges and to your systems. Now, at the helm station of the Nautique, and a couple cool little tricks. Number one, they don't use any Garmin or Raymarine display systems. They actually have their own software development team in-house, and all this is custom, made just for Nautique itself. And some of the cool things is, first, you have this rear view mirror, obviously the physical one, and you also have a rear view mirror in terms of a camera, which you can use to see how the surfer behind you is doing. Now, what you also have is you have a unique screen just for the wake shape. So you can adjust how high you want the wake to be or how long you want the wake to be. See, this is super neat. So obviously what you can also do is play your music, adjust all that. This boat has 5 ballast tanks, so you can fill up the water in the belly, in the ports, etc., to create even a bigger wake. And of course, your quick toggles. So if you want to instantly fill everything up, you push here, or empty everything, you can do that. Or your lighting systems. So this is now where you can see, you can adjust the color of the RGB lights, for example, around the cup holders. Or if you want to do, maybe have them cycle around the full RGB scope, you can do that. So what you also have is you have a quick access to your different modes. So for example, if you're pre-programmed back to dock, it sets the boat up to go back to the dock itself. You have a mode for wake surf. It adjusts all the tanks based on the amount of water that wake surf requires. If you want to do a mellow wake surf, it adjusts the wake for that. If you want to do maybe a wake pro mode, you can do that. Wake novice mode, whatever you like, you have these modes over here, making it super simple. You don't have to play around with anything. It's just a quick screen away, which is super neat and very helpful for anybody who's fresh into wake surfing or wakeboarding. This is perfect for that. Also, what you have, like in cars, you have a toggle that you can jump around in the menus, easy to access everything. And of course, if you want to change your speed, maybe you have a surfer who wants a specific speed, for example, 24.6, you can do that. As we carry on, this boat actually also has a stern thruster, so making the docking super simple. You also have your horn button, your little cubby for your phone if you want to keep it over here, and of course your start-stop button, and the same exact display also on your left-hand side, which is very nice. And of course, all the finishes nicely done with leatherette type of material. It's not real leather, but it's looking like a real leather, which is very nice. And this seat itself is adjustable in 4 ways, so you can either go forward, backwards, or up and down. So you can definitely find your comfortable position over here. And you can also adjust this backrest, so making sure that if you want to stand up or semi-stand up, you can do that as well. On your port side, you have an additional seating area facing aft. So if you want to watch anybody surfing from here, you can easily do that. Plus you have your own phone charger, cup holder, and your speaker as well. So now, as we walk to the bow, you have this compartment over here. And this compartment is unique because what you can do is you can store, if you want to put your watch over here, you can store that here. But what you can also do is you can actually program this boat to work with your Garmin watch. What does that mean? Well, it means that you can adjust the speed of the boat from your watch itself, and when you're not in use, you can store the watch nicely over here. And if you don't have the watch, what you can do is you can change the wake itself with this remote without screaming to the captain who's sitting at the helm station to adjust anything. So this one lets you move the wake left and right. Super neat, and you carry it with you while you're surfing. And when not in use, has a nice place to store that. Cool. And right below here is where you have a trash cubby. What you also can do is, if you want to close up the whole bow area, you can do that. You have this little latch here that allows you to pull out a glass, and voila. Now you can have your kids nicely sitting at the bow. Talking about bow sitting, you have this nice lounge area. Not just a lounge area. I mean, this is proper comfortable over here. Handle. So making sure that you stay comfortable, stay safe here. Cup holders, 3 on either side, so plenty place to keep everything. I love this non-skid feeling, this rubberish material. You have your power chargers, your USB-C, regular USB, and also speakers, so you can make sure that you can hear and listen to your favorite tunes as well. Now what you can also do is you can lift this window up and close this whole area up, making sure that the wind is not blowing there. And everybody who wants to stay at the bow, they can stay over here. Also, underneath your sunbeds here, you have storage units. So you can just lift those up. You have nice pillows here stored away. So when you want to have extra comfort, you can add with those. And again, plenty of enough space here to keep all your toys or anything that you may want to store away nicely right here. Also, what you can do is you can remove this whole thing and turn it around. So if you want to have maybe, not a lounge bed, maybe you want to have just like a flooring here, additional flooring, you can set it up like this as well. Really, I mean, it's like playing Tetris. You can really set it up whichever way you like it, making sure that it's comfortable for you and for your passengers. Now, what you have here is a GoPro mount at the top. So whoever is surfing, this GoPro would be filming them in the back. And this is where the line would go. Now, the problem is that what if this line is moving or the surfer is moving left and right? So this whole thing is now rotating, making sure that the line doesn't get tangled, number one, and by making it rotate, the GoPro will always follow the surfer behind. How cool is that? Such a cool little neat feature, but comes in so handy once you are surfing behind the boat. This was a full thorough walkthrough of the Nautique Paragon 100th anniversary version. And as you can see, the crocodiles didn't get me this time. A lot of fun, super cool boat. The only thing left to say is if you want to buy this kind of boat, then visit YachtWay.com, because it is the most modern yacht listing platform in the entire world. And Miami Nautique, authorized dealer for this brand, is on our website, and they're ready and willing and able to help you find your perfect boat. As always, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more YachtWay videos just like this, then hit the subscribe button down below. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or ideas, leave them in a comment box down below. As always, thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.